Hello, YouTube and Facebook live stream for the Tribe of Eden TV True Version show. We are going to wait for you to jump on for tonight's show. Hello, everybody on Instagram. We love that you are all joining us here today. We cannot wait to talk about tonight's show, Unity and Conformity.
Versus.
Hello, everyone joining us in the chat room. Hello. Hi, Instagram. All right, we're getting ready to go live for the Tribe of Eden TV True Version show. Tonight is about unity and conformity. Very
Unity
important with what's coming up.
Conformity.
What?
Unity versus conformity.
Oh, what did I say?
Unity and conformity. There is no and.
And, if, but, when, how, fuck.
3,
who cares?
2,
No,
1.
just kidding. Hit it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Tribe of Eden True Version show this Wednesday evening, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We hope you are enjoying yourselves. Thank you for joining us live, both on Anchor.fm, Spotify, if you haven't followed us there, but most importantly on our YouTube channel, both Motherella and Quantum Nova Body, as well as Facebook. The chat room has got our tribe joining in as well as Instagram. So hello, everybody. Hi, Walker.
Welcome. Hi, how are you?
The music went down too low.
No.
Too fast.
No.
Too fast.
No.
Yes.
No.
I want to talk while the music is
But
playing.
you don't understand when the recording goes through, when you listen to the radio show, you can't hear you.
Well, then we'll have to
music's
figure it
way
out
too
because
high.
everybody else can be heard. Jill, Rocky, all them, they can be heard when they're talking over the music. So we'll have to figure that out.
All right.
Then it sounds more professional.
But we've had a lot of comments of people saying we can't even hear when you're talking.
We're going to have to reach out to our friend Dan, and he can fix that with this Rodecaster. Hi, everybody. Today is Unity and Conformity. How's everyone doing? LC, I see you in the chat room. Did you get the email? You know, it's funny that these people jump up into the chat because then I can actually see you almost personally. So for those who were in Solation that did the pre-order, if I didn't respond or you're not in the free Quantum Well Conscious book, that is because your email ended up in my spam. So anyone who just got emailed in the last 48 hours, my apologies, I wrote it in the email. However that happened, I had several people in spam. So I think we got it rectified. If you are still a pre-order and you still have not gotten in, it's because 1, I didn't get your email, or 2, you didn't get mine. So you know how that wonderful internet's working, all that Google bullshit. So I don't even fret it. Fret it? Is that a word? I don't even sweat it. Sweat it. I don't even sweat it.
Fret, sweat.
It'll happen when it's meant to happen. So if anyone was a pre-order from October 11th to October 18th and you have not gotten an email, you're not in the VIP, you didn't get the free access to the ebook, it's because I have no clue that you're even in Solation. And there's several of you. Several.
Send an email.
Send an email.
team@motherella.com.
team@motherella.com.
Along with an attachment of a
Yep.
screenshot of your proof of subscription during those dates that she mentioned. What were they?
October 11th through October 18th.
Send that to team@motherella.com and we'll get you all set up.
And check your spam because I already sent multiple emails about it.
Big Tech, for some reason, has really been enjoying placing our business emails in people's spam folders.
Yeah, isn't that great? That's great.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, hello, everyone. Hello. Okay. So, with that said, unity and conformity.
Unity versus conformity.
Cancel, clear, delete. Where's our little music stuff? Cancel, clear, delete. Ooh.
I don't even know if that's working.
Oh, I got to say something for the tribe members. Hello, subscription tribe members. Vimeo.com/on-demand/tribe of Eden. Woo, Sumerian kings. The 3 kings and the 8 kings.
Spicy.
We already uploaded that early for you.
Mm-hmm.
Then today we recorded the predictions and a teaching video. That's going to be uploaded tomorrow. So you got 4 videos coming this week.
Yep.
Solation, you have what, 5 videos that already went up?
4 yesterday.
4
2
videos.
bonus. One was a
Chakra meditation.
Solation meditation, TM.
Yep.
Meditation, meaning metadata being changed.
Chakra
shifted.
clearing.
It's a chakra clearing. So it's the Solation meditation, chakra clearing. And then there was a bonus video. And then you did chapter 4, which is the chakra basics. And then you did chapter 4 prompt. So
yes.
4 videos went up. And there'll be more.
Yeah.
This is
so exciting.
This is the cultivation of these groups and these different things that we offer is becoming kind of our paramount focus because of the tremendous amount of information, knowledge, and blueprints, so to speak, that are needed at this time.
Yep. And didn't we do a Galactic Council
meditation? So it's Galactic Council meditation. So you have the Solation meditation, meet your spirit guides. And then in the tribe, you have the meditation as well, which is meet your Galactic Council.
Yay!
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
And those are both listen with headphones, a type of, I guess it'd be DNA recoding, but it's also higher self embodiment, I guess you'd say.
Speaking of that, talk about DNA recording. I don't know if all of you know, but Walker and I do what's called cellular vitality resets. Mm-hmm. A lot of you probably don't even know what that is, but we did an amazing one this week, and we can't say for who, but we love him. He's been a client of ours for a while. And we were doing this vitality reset from a DNA energy meditation standpoint. Personalized, individualized, where I was channeling how to recode. He was putting in the spectra.
So it's not just like a meditation.
Yeah, this isn't the same.
Etheric psychic surgery.
Yes, I've been doing psychic surgery
with spectra infused into it so that the sovereignty codex is there so that when the surgery is done, the person that's having it done to them, with their consent, their soul ultimately consents to how well their consciousness adapts to the surgery. Should they want to heal completely? Should they still have some blocks? That is very important, because I see, and I've been around a lot of people that do psychic surgery, and they do a lot of things to other people that the soul didn't necessarily consent to because they didn't know exactly what was all involved.
I was wasn't I crying? I was crying. I was crying while I was talking, because I was doing the guided, the channeling, the guided, and Spirit was directing me on what he was supposed to be doing as the receiver, this client. And I just started, the tears, right? Were just, I haven't had that powerful, I've been doing psychic surgery for years, 2 decades. I have never had that kind of powerful spirit interaction.
And I've never had my spectra energy that amplified.
Right?
And so with a CVR, normally it's She
Holy
does the
shit.
energy, like she sees the things and then she guides me on where to go and then I speak. But for the longest time, I was saying, you know, your meditations are so fantastic. Your voice has a certain resonance. And because when she does those types of things and she speaks in those things, because the energy is overwhelming, she gets basically bogged down and shut down and she can only do one. Well, what I've been saying from the beginning and trying to get her to do, but she's like, I don't want to do that, is I said, you speak, do the energy, I'll just be the laser, and then you guide my energy and you guide the laser, and I'll create the environment that's needed, the frequency that's needed to overlay onto the person, perfect health on top of that individual. And it works probably 10 times better than any CVR we've done so far.
Yeah.
Because it's what I've been saying from the beginning.
This
voice has a
was
certain
a
frequency.
CVR we've never done like this before, where I'm the one actually doing the guiding and actually talking, and he's doing.
I'm doing the heavy lifting.
The heavy lifting.
So that way,
it was so good.
When the energy is being provided in that way to something that I specialize in, she's actually able to direct that energy, like I said, like a laser, like a surgeon. Then she doesn't get overwhelmed from the emotional component because I'm handling all of that. Because with that directed energy, she can get very overwhelmed when all of the emotions come out. So when it's all being placed in this, basically like this case of energy, she's able to knock this thing out in a way that I've never felt it, never experienced it. She was bawling, I was crying. It was fantastic. So moving forward, that's something that we're going to be doing, is actual psychic surgeries for these types of things through a type of personalized,
more personalized
audio type of thing.
Yeah. So we wanted to share that because it was absolutely an amazing experience for us to have. You know, we never really share like how we end up enjoying. You know, we always love your testimonials, but rarely do we ever really talk about our experience and how much we get out of it. The things we experience, the things we learn and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Hot Sauce Jenny. God, that's a badass name. I love that name. All right. So the Cellular Vitality Resets can be found on motherella.com. It's right on the first page. Or you can go to Walker's site, avatararmory.com. Both websites have it. We have a services page, but everything we offer is on the main page. The main page of motherella.com. There's something there for everyone, whatever they're feeling inclined. Yeah, very powerful stuff. And, you know, with me moving stronger into my quantum doctor aspect, you know, I am a doctor of natural health and I've been doing medical intuition for over 25 years. So, you know, being able to add Walker's experience from the energy medicine and you know what, we have to come up with a new word because I don't like medicine. I'm done with this big pharma bullshit and I don't want to call anything medicine anymore. We have to come up with creative names. We're going to take a poll of what we call it, energy. Like it's almost like it's an ancient, we're trying to. We call it cellular vitality. Well, we call that, but like, you know, to shorten it, we're providing energy resets. You know what? Yeah, you're right. Energy resets. But, you know, we're moving back to ancient civilization tools. We're seeing a lot of it. And, you know, it's just, I'm trying to find a language in our current work that resonates with the ancient civilization. You know, because there's so much being brought into this 5D Nova Earth, Nova meaning new, this new Nova Earth. So anyway, moving on. Oh, did somebody say something? Happy Marine Corps. Oh, thanks, Erica. Thank you. Simplify. Yep. Walker, my Marine veteran. Love you. Love you. Thank you for your service. Thank you to everyone for your service. Isn't tomorrow Veterans Day? 11/11, right? It's tomorrow? Gosh, tomorrow 11/11? Oh, wow. That flew. Holy cow. I can't believe it's already 11/11. True. Oh, all right. Well, let's dive in before we end up having to take a commercial break and everyone's up in arms because where did the time go? Where did the time go? Unity
versus
conformity.
Yes.
All right, this is a good topic. Do you know why? Because it is.
Tell us, Motherella, why? We don't know.
It is.
Break it down Barney style.
Literally existing right before our very eyes. The energy of unity versus conformity is right before our very eyes. Let us explain, shall we? Do you want to start or do you want me?
Where do you want to start? Go ahead, you start.
I think I just want to start with the fact that I want to make it aware, and the tribe, first of all, the tribe subscribers, you're getting a long version of this. We talked a lot today about quantum manifesting and what it means, and in the teachings with the predictions, we're getting really deep into the predictions now, which we will never do on public social media. It has to be in the private group because we refuse to be shut down and silenced and censored. So for those tribe members, you're going to get, it's almost an hour. There's teaching in there. There's, dissecting of what's coming down the pipeline. We really dove deep into this, but it aligns with what we're talking about tonight because there is this misconception that we are meant in this 5D awakening ascension. Everybody's got all this bullshit. They all think they're all experts teaching all this stuff, which is great. If that resonates with you, great. And we don't even claim to be experts. We just channel the information. We provide it to you.
What's an expert?
I don't even know because I don't claim to be one. But what we do is we channel all this information for a long time. We do a lot of deep work. I mean, the Sumerian Kings video, we did 3 months of channeling for that to get the details.
And part 2's just.
And part 2, yeah, 1 and 2.
Jeez.
So with that said, there's this teaching going on that we need to all become one. Okay, we're merging into one.
We are the world.
We are the world. Do you know, okay, for those who don't do the research, do you know what that means? Do you know what the push is to become one? I've never taught people to become one in unity. Do you know why? Because you're an individual soul, which means you cannot be replicated unless you're cloned. There's a difference between becoming one sovereign being versus becoming one worldwide on a global scale. That is what they're pushing us to start entering.
What's the new religion?
One world order.
Chrislam.
One world order. They want us to become one and unify as one. Yeah, not in my timeline. Sorry. It's a no for me. I'm not becoming one with anything. I am a sovereign being. I am one with myself and God.
But how do you get along as one anyway? How do you maintain your individuality?
You can't. You have an individual DNA, individual souls. You are your own sovereign being.
I remember that was
no two people are
one thing
alike.
in boot camp was like, oh look,
no.
So-and-so thinks he's an individual, right? No. Everyone operated as one. The brainwashing just of in that basic area of boot camp, is all about removing sovereignty. It's all about removing individuality because we have to operate as a unit, and even after getting out, that sticks with many veterans for a long time, a very long time.
Seeing people as one, though, such as in your boot camp and being with all those people and going towards the same goal.
There was no room for critical thinking. Because the main piece there is it's instant, willing obedience to orders. That's what they teach. And they teach it and they instill it in a way of chaos.
But that's conformity.
That's all conformity. But there is no choice. That's what I'm saying is I've seen how a force can push so hard and so fast that it can be there's a tremendous amount of information coming at this person all at once. They can't process the information. And if they try to process the information, they get smacked, hit, moved, pushed. I mean,
right.
It's not going to end well for that person. So that kind of individuality, I've seen it in most extreme cases of brainwashing, which is a form of which boot camp uses, because the whole process was, if you think, you're dead. If you think, you're dead. That was what we were told all the time. So it was, I don't even know what they're saying. It's just like, screaming at the thing, and then the next time it was deep, move, sit, kill, boom. Everybody just runs and moves to whatever. It was. I'm telling you, you're all in formation. It's okay. Are you ready? Deep move it, and say deep move, and they say deep, suck in, move, and then we'd say boom, kill, deep, move, kill, and we would just it would just execute the order.
So that's conformity. And we're seeing that playing out right now in our world. Like they're trying to get the mass awakened to dummy down and become one as a one world order, or one world religion, a one world way of thinking, one way. That is conformity. That is extremely different than seeing other humans with souls, by the way, because I don't see humans without souls as humans. Human beings, humanity with souls, they're trying to dummy us down and keep us all thinking that we are all one. That is bullshit. You are one with your own self, your own higher self, your own source connection.
Mm-hmm.
Then you are part of our job as humans is to see the world as unity in terms of alliance, coming into an alliance where we're all here for like a foundational purpose of providing light and love to the world and bringing love to the world. That doesn't mean you bring the same love of 20 other people. It's highly individualized. So this push lately is sickening. This false light teaching, it's all bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It's all bullshit. If you know anything about DNA itself, and you have any sort of, you don't even have to be a doctor or have, between us, all these years of biology and understanding the human body is in terms of our schooling, you don't have to have that background to know that nobody's DNA can be replicated. It's impossible. You can have strands. That's the whole point of how they do DNA testing.
Mm-hmm.
But no one's DNA, unless you're cloned. Cloning replicates DNA, which is an experiment we have in the dome.
Which
There's
is
many.
unique encryption.
It's been around for years.
Of that individual's.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a unique encryption of almost like the structure of their identity, or the structure of their soul without the soul.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have all the characteristics and everything, and then you can use different memories implanted into that. We're seeing right now, and it isn't as mainstream yet, but we are preparing you that all of this chaos, it's only going to get more chaotic, because the main push of this world order is out of chaos there becomes order. The main push of the Satanistic
Conformity.
Agenda is to then have the Zionist agenda come in after basically using all of the things and creating the prophecy for a savior Messiah to come in and clean everything up. And we are one with the world, right? We're all the children of the world. Look, I would never want to tell someone of a Christian faith, your religion is wrong, or a Muslim faith, or a Jewish faith. I have my own beliefs about all those things, but if it makes them a good person, do you see what I'm saying? If that, taking that away from them, taking their beliefs away from them, as long as they're not looking to take my beliefs away and say, well, you're wrong if you're not Jewish, if you're not wrong if you're not,
Islam,
yeah, a Muslim, you're wrong if you're not Christian. I don't want to take any of those things away from them, because, and I'll state this right now, there will never be a one spiritual religion,
never,
ever, because of the diversity of how people express their versions of love.
Well, no, I don't agree. There can be.
Why?
Because the VMAT2 gene disconnects their spirituality, and they're more likely to become following, if you will,
Yeah.
psyops wise, you know, the
Right.
to make those people who are completely disconnected,
Right.
to become this one world order.
But I'm saying a one spiritual religion. Remember, religion is man-made.
Yeah, not the whole world.
No, there can never be that. Because anytime that you make something inclusive, you exclude someone.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime.
Yes.
What we're talking about is the unity of knowing all come from source, right? All have their own sovereignty.
That's
to
a consciousness.
The consciousness
Mm-hmm.
of a source coming from some sort of place in creation,
The
right?
understanding of it.
Right. And that being the main basis
Commercial.
is a commercial.
We're going to commercial. We'll be right back. See you soon. That flute, this is for that go fast. The first half of the show went like, I feel like we were in a time warp. If you do not follow us on anchor.fm, please follow us or and like and follow on Spotify as well if you choose to, as well as all of our social media platforms. We love having you in the chat room. We are talking about unity versus conformity. Walker, right before the break, because it went so fast, was starting to explain how there will never be a one world religious order. And so continue from that because we got cut off for the commercial break.
We're already seeing within kind of this paradigm right now, we're already seeing the dogma of a religious dogma to science. We're already seeing that approaching as a religion. Now, if they can merge those two together in a way where they can just kind of piecemeal these types of things into an actual religion and bring the spiritual community into everything and then reveal these historic things and be like, look, see, here's the truth. But if someone says, but that's not my truth, I don't agree with that I still want to be a Christian, or I still want to be an atheist, or I still want to be, no, you're wrong for doing that because you have to trust and have faith, right? That look at all the signs. This is all it is. It's taking all of this chaos and it's bringing in this Savior Messiah complex that they can ban us all together. That type of unity is a hive mindset, because that type of unity is one of conformity. No, you're not allowed to have your own. We're seeing it.
Those who
in certain political parties, both sides.
Those who got disconnected from their higher self, though, may be part of this agenda.
They are a part of the agenda. They're
Maybe.
Unwittingly a part of the agenda, and they're not even really aware of it because they've lost their self-awareness.
Mm-hmm.
They've lost their self-awareness in the conformity. And we've watched people say, well, if I just do this, they'll leave me alone. They want a little bit more, I'll do that and then they'll leave me alone. Or it's the carrot or the stick. They either get, if you don't do this, you're going to get the stick, you're going to get beat. If you do this, we're actually going to give you a carrot, right? We're going to give you something for it. But we've seen that giving away one's power, the one that's taking it is only going to want more power because they're energy bankrupt. They need that power. So we're looking at this conformity as a false light unity to unify. And I wouldn't be surprised if they pull a card, right? Their final card where they have all of these little, sky show instruments, technology, right? They have like big
Oh,
display.
God. Yeah.
A big display where, hey, you know what, this current, narrative of this global crisis issue isn't really working. How about we band everybody together because there's a threat outside of us, right? Our collective knowledge. There's a threat we need to all band together as one in humanity to fight this threat.
Don't
fall for it, because that is a distraction. All of this stuff's coming out and it's like, no, look over here, look the other way. And it's so amazing. And like you said, those that have consented and given away their free will and become part of a neural network in more ways than one actually have a chip that will be able to create visualizations connecting to this network of Wi-Fi in a way where they'll see things that they will absolutely be amazed, because these nanites inside of their body can be manipulated in a certain way for them to have, I would probably say, the most advanced sensory overload of their life watching this outside threat. Watch as you see certain establishments, religions, and things start to promote a certain type of material of all the Jews, all the Muslims, all the Christians. We all have to come together in this oneness.
Don't fall for it. We don't have to do anything.
Dome,
Not in my timeline. I don't have to do
this
anything.
umbrella.
I do what Spirit shows me.
This umbrella of
And what I choose.
spirituality. The golden age has been hijacked by the New Age movement. The New Age movement was making a huge difference, and then it got all twisted around.
It got hijacked.
It got hijacked.
The New Age got hijacked. We're watching it. I'm watching it, and I just laugh. And I laugh with their 1 million followers. I just laugh. It's like a cult-like following. I can't even deal with it. I can't. I just keep scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just watching, and then you hear something, and then all of a sudden everybody takes that sentence, and everyone's on this spiritual bandwagon lately. You know, it's funny because in the predictions we talked about, because remember you corrected me on we were watching a movie, and in the movie they said as above so below. And we talked about this in the predictions today. But long story short, in the last several months on TikTok, there's a flood of videos where these people are doing these storylines and showing these satanic things in the back and these ritualistic things and as above, so below, and all these things. And I've even been in conversations with some of like my spiritual friends who use that line, and how many of you know I've never said that. I never use it, but I never take that away from people who believe in that. But long story short, I said to him while watching the show, as it is, so below. And that's how I've always seen it, and that's how I'll always listen to it until I'm out of this dome. And then he goes, no, as the saying goes, as above, so below.
But to clarify, as above, so below is a personal reference to oneself. So what's above in the higher chakras is a reflection of what's in the lower chakras.
But the spiritual teachers aren't teaching it
They're
that way.
teaching it as a physical
They're
realm.
teaching it as a physical realm.
Like as above in heaven, as so below in hell.
And that is bullshit, because
What?
if it really was, think about this, ready? Use your own intuition. Here you go. If it's really as above, so below, do you even know what's below in the earth core? That is where your reptilian agenda lies. That is where the satanic deep state cabal operates from. That is why we have tunnels. That is why we have sex trafficking. That is why we have all these things. There is something called inner earth. And if you don't believe me, go watch the movies, which are documentaries, because they talk tons about inner earth. So these spiritual false light teachers are teaching people that there's an above and a below from a physical location. That's like saying 5D is a physical space you go to.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I'm saying? So you have to use your own discernment and really understand what's being taught, because these people hook on someone's book or hook on a sentence, or they took one course, and then all of a sudden they're teachers. They're teachers of the light.
And they're preaching love and light.
Yeah. They don't even know what they're talking about.
As spiritual unity, right?
And it comes down to spiritual safety at that point.
The conformity of it, right? What true unity
to conform
is.
you in the 3D, their dimensional consciousness, so you won't ascend.
What true unity is and sovereignty is establishing that we are united in our differences. Meaning, I'm not here to change you in that way. In fact, we're in agreement that you're going to leave me alone. I'm going to leave you alone, because what we want in life isn't aligned. We don't believe the same things. However, we absolutely support one another to go live that life and pursuit of liberty and freedom and happiness. The only caveat to that, the only real rule, is that golden rule. And it is the universal law. The law of one is something that they're going to try and use as well, and twist it to mean that the law of one is we're all one. So we all need to come together as one and put down our differences and unite with one another. This is total and complete psyop bullshit. Okay?
But isn't it because just, this is why our work is about going back to ancient understanding. Like, we do the research way back from the origination of the beginning, based off of the Sumerian text, because that's the original humanity. Sumerians are the original humanity. That is the original law, if you will, of humans.
Well, Atlantis was the original.
But I meant written. The written, the text.
It's the very first
actual
language.
text.
Mm-hmm.
And, this is something I learned back in college in the 90s. The 90s, while I was taking Bible, I learned about this. Back then, I was flooded. One of my teachers was there's only 12 interpreters of the Dead Sea Scrolls, and my teacher back then happened to be one of them. So I was just floored by the Sumerian text. And so for years, I've been learning about the ancient civilization of how we became to be human.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't do it from conspiracy. I don't give a shit if people say, well, the thought is, well, it's been said to, and wow, this is unknown. I'm not falling for that crap. No, it is known. It is known, and it's located so below. Hidden. So
the truth is hidden.
Anyway, long story short, my
That's why
point
they
is
removed the
that
entire book of Enoch from the Bible. Well, that's not a book of
all
the
these
Bible.
books that were removed from the Bible for a reason, because they want to dummy us down.
Mm-hmm. And it's not in proper order. It's been moved all around anyway. So this is the whole thing, is you within a world of duality, you can move any kind of variable around to fit your narrative, or, like I said, piecemeal it together to say, like, look, and they've used some of the truth built upon it in a mistruth and disinformation to be like, here's the truth. And it's like they're offering some sort of, amazing opportunity, or this advanced technology from these beautiful aliens that are here to save us. The only time we're going to get advanced technology from an alien race is when we've already fixed our problems here.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be no need for them to come in and save us. Let's just put it that way. So and like I said, we're seeing it. There's this whole level of, hey, this is good for you. This is good for the greater good. You're being
Why is
conditioned.
anyone telling anyone what's good for the greater good?
No one has any right to tell anybody.
They can offer the information, and it's up to you to decide if it's for the greater good.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you to decide if you want to be a part of the greater good and part of humanity.
Well,
everyone's telling you what to do.
Then they put it in these philosophical senses where they say, if you're driving a train and you have to either hit that one person to save 30 people, do you try not to hit that person and save a life and kill 30 people or put them in danger? It's like these hypothetical things that don't really actually exist within the universe. It's like these parallel narratives, I call them, where they're like, well, what if? And it's like, within divine planning, that never happens, right? It's like you being faced with that decision, and this is how they've justified mass murder and genocide and religious crusades. Well, they believe differently than us, and this is the one true God's religion, or this is the spiritual. It's all of this.
That's conformity.
Winning people over by beating them over the head with the Bible, right? Or whatever book, Quran, whatever. The main piece that we're saying is that no level of unity will ever ask you to sacrifice your own sovereignty to be a part of it.
Never.
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 There's
and
this
no
whole agenda
spiritual
where they're saying like
would make you do that either.
The Galactic Federation, which I don't even know what that is. The Galactic Federation, they're going to come and say,
oh my God, we see this everywhere.
They don't want to be involved because we still have weapons. They need to lay down their weapons. Fuck you. I'm not laying down anything.
Oh my God,
listen,
so funny.
but and that's the thing is,
I see all this Galactic Federation.
when human beings lay down their weapons, it will be because they've been out of use for so long, because there's nothing but peace and there's nothing but sovereignty and respect for one another and other sovereign beings. That's the only time that people were just going to be like, we don't really need weapons or money. This doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
For someone to say, well, you know what? In the future, you're not going to need money because it's going to be all crypto and it's going to be, that is all an agenda. All of this, well, you forget about money. They're taking quantum currency and trying to make it a material thing. They're trying to put it in a place where they control the Bitcoin, they control the currency, because it's just a reset to be like, well, all right, if you do what we say, we are moving. You'll have debt forgiveness. I'm talking about quantum, but I'm talking also about the false light that is trying to hijack that and present itself as, well, this is it. This is quantum. This is the quantum financial system. No, the quantum financial system is not a physical thing like a cryptocurrency. It is actually running within soul signature encryptions and varying clouds and things like that. I'm not going to go into it. However,
every sovereign being is entitled to this wealth.
Well, here's the thing. The Fed got us into quite a pickle, right? They're going to turn around and say, if you do this, if you conform, but it's unity, right? You owe it to your fellow man to be debt-free. Here, if you do this, you'll be debt-free. Wait a second, you're in debt. Why would I want to be? You're the one who's in debt, not me.
When does anyone ever say to you, think about this, you owe it to yourself? You rarely hear it. It's always, you owe it to someone else. You owe it to humanity. You owe it to your grandparents. You owe it to your parents. You owe it to this. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's all about
someone else. When do I get to say I owe it to myself to make this decision? That is self-love.
And in an amazing... No?
What are you saying? What I said fell upon the crickets? Thanks, Walker. Love you.
It was a spiritual faux pas.
Mm-hmm.
What I think is the most interesting thing that we're seeing is this whole level of your freedom and your liberty and your sovereignty is being selfish. Right. What was that one thing I read?
What's selfish is the person who's actually telling you that that's wrong.
Right.
That's what's selfish.
Remember, wear a mask, do this. But what was that? I think it was DC Drano I read the other day. And it's like, I'm about to go take a pill. I'm about to go take a headache pill so other people don't get a headache.
Right.
That's the same kind of
I remember that. That's funny.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to go take an Excedrin so nobody else has a headache.
Yeah, just to prevent and be safe.
I don't even want to go down that because it's so apparent right now. So it's so rapid.
So the main thing is, in order to unify together, we all have to respect one another and everyone's sovereignty to live the life that they came here to live. This is what we came here to do, is to have a life, to live and to manifest and pursue happiness. But the pursuit of happiness doesn't allow the powers that were, to continue to control us so that they can have their own happiness at our expense.
Do you know that we're so programmed to believe? Did you know we as a society is so programmed to believe that your mission in life is about giving yourself to others or service to others.
Sacrifice.
Self-sacrifice. Do you know that if you're, been channeling appropriately, your counsel will tell you, do you know what really the humanity's soul mission is? The soul mission is for love. That's the true, talk about unity. The soul mission is to have and be love.
Mhm.
That is the final, that is the self-mastery.
Love for others.
No, it is love
You're
to
included
self.
in that too.
It is the highest form of a mastered self. It's the highest form of mastering yourself. Having self-love, clearing all your karma, truly is your soul mission. And then the rest that expands from that, which may be your business or helping others or whatever, then that's an extension.
Right.
But if you're going to the extension of your path and purpose before you mastered self-love, you're coming back. You didn't do anything. You're just going to be incarnated to relearn all the shit you didn't.
You're very useful. You're like a little battery.
You're what they wanted us for, which is enslavement. Spiritual enslavement.
It's like, here I have all this energy, and it's like, oh, will you give it to me? Okay, yeah, sure, right? You're useful. You're useful because you don't maintain any of that own energy for yourself. And when people say, well, there's a lot of self-centered people out there that love themselves. No, self-centered people don't love themselves at all. If you are out there to hurt other people, then you don't get the oneness. You don't understand real love. You don't understand how you're all connected. And that's the beautiful thing is, if we're all connected and we're all supposed to be sovereign, and someone else is out there taking from others saying, well, I'm just practicing self-love. They're not. They're practicing self-destruction. They're not dealing with the insecurities that make them or create the person that they think they are, that they have to go out and process it on other people. So when people say, well, loving oneself is selfish, yeah, that's what a person that, basically who's selfish and wants to use your energy is going to say to you, right? Oh, well, that's selfish. That's not taking care of the rest of humanity. The greatest thing that you can do for humanity is love yourself, heal yourself, create and remove the pain and trauma that connects you to the collective, because then the collective can be removed of that burden by you doing your inner work.
Great job. This is a great, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So that love of self, right? Everyone that you come in contact with, you are connected to some degree, even the people you don't like. If they want to go down that route, at a certain point, they cease to be in your reality because you're practicing self-love and they can't take anything from you anymore. Like this whole thing with, globalism and governments and things like that, they can't do anything if you stand in your own sovereignty. You can't. In your personal sovereignty, and then as a community says, hey, you know what? This person's gay, and this person's black, and this person's an Asian, and this person's trans, or whatever, and they're all saying, I just want to go do my own thing, but I will stand and I will support you to do your thing too, and to support that no government or governing body or person wearing a hat who has authority can tell you any differently. As long as you're not hurting or removing the free will of others, what's the problem? Well, you're not living by Jesus's or God's law. What is God's law? Because last I checked, most of the things that people talk about, that's God's law, was written by men who have a really interesting interpretation of who God is, because it's all really masculine men. Oh, I'm going to punish you if you don't do this. I grew up in a Christian faith, and there was a lot of the pain and punishment of the disobedience of God. I didn't get a lot of the whole lovey, yummy, delicious, oh, wow, God just loves me for no reason. Bullshit. No, that God I grew up with, there were a lot of conditions. A lot of conditions. And if you didn't follow any of those conditions, or if you broke one, damned to hell. That's it. I'm just damning my own self to hell. How about that? Boom. That's taking
Selfies.
higher selfies.
Higher selfies. I got quiet, and they don't like that on the radio, but.
Yeah, but we're not here to conform. We can be quiet if we want to. There isn't like this standard now where everybody's got to be, boisterous. I'm not doing it.
Well, we only have like 3.5 minutes left, so I can't believe the show flew. So we don't really have a lot of time to take questions. So do you want to do any announcements? This was a good topic. I hope this resonates with people.
Sorry, I was dusting off my soapbox.
And we... Oh, that's a good one. We gotta laugh together on that one.
Laugh track.
Renee Medina, question out of the services you offer. Is there anyone you suggest to do first, any certain order? So that's a good question, because a lot of times I redirect people to step into their higher knowing, or I cancel clear delete, their higher self and their inner knowing. To one of the psychic skills I used to teach is when people are looking for services, if you were to go through the services and one pinged you or gave you a tingling feeling or like a tug or a pull or some sort of a muscle heaviness.
Muscle testing.
Testing, whatever.
See how
You
your
can do
body
it from
responds.
a psychic intuitive side. It doesn't have to be physical feeling. It could be, through the chills or whatever. That's usually the one to pick. That is a great way to pick a lot of things in your life. Having that tug and that pull of whichever should be first for you. If that makes sense.
You're the entire subconscious, and I'm not just talking about where trauma is stored, I'm talking about recording everything, can connect to your higher self and give you all the answers. That resonance will give you the response that you're looking for. You're like scrolling down, what's this?
So with that said, I would say go to the services, motherella.com or avatararmory.com, and just take a minute. All of his services are still on my page, but just kind of go through them and see which one goes, oh my God, this is it. Because you will feel that. And then that's the one you pick.
That's the one you pick.
Yeah.
We're not here to say you got to go do this one, this is 2, this is 3.
Yeah.
Conform to our spiritual religion.
Yes. So, all right. Any announcements? We're already at the end of the show, so we can't really take any other questions.
We have a few minutes.
No, we don't.
Just a few.
And a minute and 30.
Nobody's counting except you.
Okay, well then you can close the show.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone.
No.
What?
Oh.
Do you like what I'm saying, or should I say something different?
Look at Jamie's with you. She jumped all over just like you. Jump, jump, jump.
Boing, 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 boing.
I gotta go like you. Will you back in? All right. So if you want to join the tribe, please go to vimeo.com/on-demand/tribe of Eden. If you want to follow us, it's anchor.fm. We have our websites, avatararmory.com and motherella.com. You're free to work with us, join us, whatever.
Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube for now. But Facebook is where we're going to probably be exiting soon because they've now transferred into this metaverse. And I'm not even, that's a whole nother show.
The meta, right?
Of what we're going to be getting into with the PSYOP. So we'll talk about that in another show.
What does meta stand for? Make everything Trump again? I'm just asking. I'm just curious.
Oh, gosh. All right. We love you all. Let's get ready to wrap it up. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
That's the wrap-up cue.
Yep. We love you all.
That's when I'm staring off at the wall.
We love you all.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. All right.
Feel free to go to motherella.com. Check out all of the things on the main page. Everything froze.
Great episode as usual. A lot of writing this episode. Motherella notes. Yeah. I've been writing. I